Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be sharing with you my Ancestry DNA results. This is something that I've wanted to do for years because there was a show that used to come on and celebrities would do it. Who Do You Think You Are? It's a really good show. I used to watch that all the time, and I think Sarah Jessica Parker did hers and she came to Cincinnati, and I thought that was so cool. That's what made me want to do this even more. So first off, I'm just gonna say that I don't know, I'm just regular black, African American, whatever. And if you look into American history, you can kind of just guesstimate kind of what you are. But you know, that's not enough for me, so I wanted to take the test. So when I took the test, or when I bought the test, regular price I think is $99, but they had a sale, so it was like half off. But with like shipping and tax. I think shipping's free, isn't it? So I think it must have been just like tax or something. I don't know, but it came to like 64 something, which is still a really good deal for it being over 100 when it's not on sale. So I was super excited. I bought it. I think the sale ended like that, like the next day, and I bought it that night because I was like, oh my god, did I miss the sale? So went on and I bought it, and I know they say it takes 6 to 8 weeks, but I feel like I got mine way earlier than that. So I'm not gonna even lie to you guys. I already know, I've read it. It's been about a month or so since I've gotten my results. I just haven't had time to film. So when I got my results, it's kind of a funny story. When I got it, I was actually a little early at work, so I was just hanging out in the break room. And I know I got a message from like someone, like a match or something. And I was like, I don't even have my results. I was like, catfish, because I think in the message it said that, you know, we're like distant cousins or something. And I was like, oh my god, catfish, I haven't even gotten my results in. That's what I was thinking. And so I went on the app and I was like, oh my god, I have my results. I was so excited, you guys. And so I called my mom and I was just telling her my results over the phone, and I screenshotted and I was literally sending it to everybody I know. I was so excited. So yeah, so let's go on and get into the results. Okay, so results. So when I was in the break room and I was reading it, I was super excited. I was kind of surprised, but also like not really. So the first thing that is listed on Ethnicity Estimate, which by the way I have the app, so I'm just reading it off the app, not really the email, because I feel like everyone reads it off the email. I never heard of that. I don't know. I think I got the email that my results were ready, but I don't know if they just put all of that in the email. So I actually am reading mine off of the app. So the first thing that is listed is Nigerian. Okay, you guys, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of surprised about that. I don't know why I didn't think that I would get any Nigerian, but I have 29% Nigerian, which is pretty cool. So that was pretty surprising because I feel like, I don't know, I don't know if I thought that I would have gotten Nigerian. But the second one that I got is Cameroon, Congo, and Southern Bantu peoples, 27%. I feel like everybody on YouTube that has filmed a ancestry results video has that, so I mean, that was not surprising at all. And the third one is Mali, that is 13%. So I've never heard of Mali, but apparently it's the second biggest country in Africa. And when I told my mom this, she thought it was a country in Asia, and I was like, oh, I think you probably got that mixed up with Malaysia. Mali is different. I'm pretty sure Mali is in Africa. So the sixth thing that is listed is Benin Togo. I hope I said that right. I've heard people pronounce it like different ways, but I hope I said that right. And that is 7%. I'm not surprised because I feel like a lot of people, African Americans, get this a lot whenever they do the test. So I feel like it's pretty common, so I'm not really all that surprised about that one either. So the seventh is Ghana, which is 3%. I'm pretty excited about that. That was sort of kind of a surprise for me because I didn't think that I would get any of that, but it's still pretty exciting because I love the culture, the music, and all that stuff. Not that I know a lot about it, but just from what I've seen, it's a pretty interesting country. The next one is 3% Senegal. I know a few people from there. I don't know much about the culture or anything, but I am super interested in learning now. But that was pretty exciting as well. So that was all for like the African side. If I'm not mistaken, that's like 82%. Yeah, I think, yeah, 82%. Yeah. So I'm 82% African, which you guys, I'm super, super excited about. Because there's like a running joke in my family. We're like, oh, you're not that much. You're probably like 70 maybe. And so finding out that I was 82%, you guys, that's like almost 100. I'm really excited about that. So yeah, I'm also 17% European, so let's go through that. So I have 11% England, Wales, and Northwestern Europe. I'm not surprised. I feel like most African Americans get this in their DNA ancestry results. So, I mean, that wasn't like a big surprise for me. I feel like I pretty much know a lot about that country anyway, so, but I mean, it couldn't hurt to like, you know, learn some new things about that country that I probably missed. But one that I was super surprised about was I got 2% Swedish. That is not something I feel like is really common with African Americans and their results. So I was like really confused when I read it. I was like, Sweden? I feel like I don't know a lot about the country. I mean, I've heard about it. I know a decent amount of YouTubers from there, but I don't know anything about Sweden. So that's very interesting. And so now that I have my results, I'm constantly making jokes. And I'm like, I wonder, do I get a discount if I go to IKEA because I'm 2% Swedish, you know? Stuff like that. So I'm really interested in learning more about Sweden. So the next one is German, 2% German. I can't say that I'm super surprised. I don't know if that's one of the more common things that African Americans get in their results, but for me, I'm not surprised. Because I live in the Midwest, and in this area, I feel like there are a lot of Germans. I mean, it's a German-influenced city that I live in, so I'm not surprised at all. So the next one is Irish and Scottish, and I have 2% of that. I wasn't surprised about the Irish, but I was surprised about the Scottish because I feel like that's not super common. I know like a lot of African Americans that do the test, they get Irish, and that's somewhat common, but Scottish, I don't know how common that is, but yeah, that was pretty cool. And then, so that's my 17% European, and I got 1%, what is it, Indigenous Americas, which is, I think, pretty much Native American. So I got 1% Native American, which I know a lot of family members are going to be super disappointed by that because they were under the impression that majority of my DNA would be Native and European. I don't know how. Don't look anything like that. So I'm not disappointed, nor am I surprised. I'm actually pretty excited about mine, like what I got. So yeah. So that is pretty much my results. That's what I got back. I'm super excited. It's been about a month and I'm still excited. I read it and I still get just excited as I did the first day I read it. So yeah. With that being said, that is my DNA results. So I wanted to get more into like common questions that I get about the test. Like I said, I mentioned the prices beforehand, and everyone's like, how long did it take for me? Because I know everyone's timing is different. The estimated wait time, or like when they thought they would have my results, was January 2nd. Today is January 3rd. I got my test results back. I want to say I got them back December, was it, I want to say it was like December 26th maybe, or the 24th. I don't know, it was right around, I don't know if it was the 24th or the 26th. I don't remember, but I want to say it might have been earlier than that. Yeah, it must have been earlier. Like, the estimated time that my results were going to come back, it was January 2nd. but I want to say that I got mine mid-December. I don't know. But it wasn't that long. I'm just super impatient, but it wasn't that long at all. So it was actually really easy. So I ordered it and it came. Well, it was supposed to come to my house, but the post office claims that they couldn't find my house, which we order stuff all the time and they don't have a problem finding my house. But I just went to the post office. It's not too far from my house. So I went to the post office and I had to pick it up. Wasn't happy about that, but it's in walking distance, so it wasn't that big a deal. So I picked it up and it comes in like a really small box, and the box that you mail back to them is even smaller. So I know everyone keeps saying, oh, is it like, do you just like swab or whatever, like swab some saliva? And I'm like, no, it's not like that. You have to spit in it too. And a lot of people were like, oh, well, do you have to like give blood or pluck your hair? And I was like, you guys, it's a DNA test, it's not witchcraft. And I'm like, no, you just spit into a tube. So I just spit into a tube, and then there's like some blue liquid of some sort that you have to pour into it and like shake it. So that's what I did, and I put it back in the small thing, and I mailed it off like that day or the very next day. So it was super easy. And they gave me like a code, and it'll have the instructions of what you're supposed to do. Super easy. I didn't have difficulty following the instructions at all. So yeah, that's pretty much how I went through the process. So I guess now I kind of want to talk about like everyone's reaction when I told them I was doing the test and when I got my results. So when I was telling everyone that I was going to do the test, everyone was super excited. I don't think I had a negative comment at all when I told them that I was going to do it. So everyone was super supportive and super excited for me. So when I got my results back, here's the tea. So immediate family, they were super excited when they found out my results and everything. They were super excited about it. And I feel like my coworkers and friends were just as excited. Extended family, not so much. There's a lot, you know, in African American families, there's like a lot of colorism and self-hate going on. So when it came back, because I made a Facebook status update about it, and I said, you guys, I'm 82% African. A lot of people thought I was joking. That's not something that I would joke about. And what makes you think that that would be a joke? Anyways, I was kind of low-key offended. I was like, I'm not joking. I'm 82% African. Like, celebrate with me, okay? Like, so a lot of people like laughed at my post or whatever. And then there's some that loved the post and some just liked it. So I'm trying to figure out like how many people thought I was joking when I said that. I was 82%. And then some looked like they were a little disappointed. Then there were some that were super excited for me. When I got my results, I screenshotted and sent it to a couple friends and family members. My friends were like super excited about it, and I think I've convinced a few of them to try it and do it themselves as well. And so some family members didn't respond to it. And when I did finally, because I wanted to know more about, family history, so I went over to a family member's house. And a lot of people were disappointed because they were saying that, we just assumed that, you would get a little bit more Native American and European. I don't know how. Yes, there are some people in the family that aren't Black, but do you know how many generations ago that was? That pretty much dwindled significantly by the time I came along. So understandable that I would barely have any of that in my DNA. But everyone's different. It varies from family members and even siblings. So my brother might take it and get something completely different. Well, I mean, similar but different. But like, I don't understand what the big deal was and why they were so disappointed. And like, why do I have such a high percentage of African? But I guess it would be disappointing for me to have 82% because that would probably make you think about, oh, well, what would my percentage be? And you know, those who aren't very proud and don't like to embrace their African side, you know, that's okay. But I'm proud and I'm very excited that I did this test. And if you're watching this video, I highly recommend that you do it too. I was extremely excited about my results because now I'm going to like book flights to all these countries and learn the languages and, you know, check out the music and the food. And I'm really gonna do my research about all of these different countries. Yeah. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe and comment down below if you've taken the test, kind of what your experience was like. And I will hopefully see you guys next week.